One of the things that I have in my office that I think is really important is the DSM-4.
And what does that stand for?
The DSM-4, it stands for the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 4th edition.
Another light read.
Another light read, and it's a publication of the American Psychiatric Association. And what you need to know about the DSM-4 is this is the book. This is the book that almost all of the professionals who will be doing evaluations of your child, certainly all outside professionals, would be using to issue diagnoses. So whenever you're looking at an evaluation, you might see a DSM-4 category and or an axis. There's a lot of axis language in evaluations, and if you, like most parents, have no clue what that means, this is not necessarily something you're going to read before you go to bed. But I think it's one of those things that's nice to have around. Certainly in my practice it is, because it helps me when I'm preparing for cross-examination of experts, when I'm preparing for even IEP meetings, because I can look something up and I know that it falls, as an example, under a mood disorder after I've read an evaluation, that I'm prepared to ask certain questions about it because I can look it up in this book. Again, just it's one of those things that I'm sure many psychiatrists would think, this is not necessarily, I want something, the average public who doesn't have the training to be going around and self-diagnosing, which I think it becomes a natural thing. But it's nice to have around.
Resource.
It's a great resource. The DSM-5 is planned to come out in 2013. Every several years they put together a task force and analyze the data and the most recent research and determine whether disorders need to be changed, renamed, added, et cetera. And so we're all waiting with bated breath for the next one.
And it's kind of like in the medical world when you go to the doctor and you get a diagnosis and there's a code associated with it. It's the same type of a book and resource, only for the psychiatric diagnoses.
Right, but learning disorders are in here. Many of the things that you're going to be coming across in discussing your IEP are in there. And while even if you meet the criteria in here, as we've talked about, doesn't mean you meet the criteria under the special education laws. This is a very good place to go and look it up.